So we're going to go ahead and get started with Linkdaddy, talking about off-page backlinks, etc. A lot of you guys are like, well, how are you getting things done? And how are you, if you will, getting YouTube videos ranked and my backlinking done? It's because of Tony. All right. I've been telling y'all this, like, and it seems like people just can't believe it's just backlinks or whatever. I place an order, he does the work. That's all I care about. Here is the term. Go on to this is just one of many. I just pulled this up. He doesn't even know this yet. The big quit, if you know, it's called the Great Resignation or the Big Quit in the BBC in the United States. Top channel is 3.6 million views. Ours, we've been live for 9 days and it's already up to 10,000 views almost. So, yeah. and that's number 2. And then I could also, I think it's here's another one. Number 1.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to show you guys that sometimes it will take Tony, he'll do 2 or 3 campaigns. A lot of times it's just one campaign. Right.
Can you type in, can you go back to the share screen and type in how to rank YouTube videos?
Yep, give me one second. Yeah. Number 1. Above Brian Dean.
Yeah, that's the proof right there. Proof in the pudding. There's a lot of guys for that keyword saying they can rank you number 1. You know, like that, you know, if you scroll down, there's all these guys saying we can rank you, but there's, you know, it looks a bit funny if you say, hey, you can rank number 1 in YouTube, but your videos, you know, down the list. You know what I mean? I think you're ranking number 1 for CTR manipulation. I've also got a video for that.
Yep. I'm number 1, you're number 2, and I'm number 3 on that one.
Right.
So, I mean, I can do this pretty much, you know, go free SEO training, just give y'all some proof. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, so you mean you're actually showing real keywords, Bill, instead of like super long tail?
Yeah, we've been going for shorter key tail.
Oh, you mean the long tail keywords like, you know, fashion dresses in blah, blah city, you know, like anyone could rank for that keyword.
No, it's more like most handsome SEO guru in this city that has blonde hair or something. You know?
Anyway,
I'll show you. So, you know, he does all of that for me. You know, when we first started, I was doing longer tail, you know, not thinking about how to make money off of YouTube. And since probably the past, I would say 3 months or even past month, I've went and said, okay, let's go after shorter ones like the Big Quit, SEO audit, SEO training, stuff like that. Things that actually produce, if you will, traffic. And on top of it, are you going to get paid by monetization? And I've already shown you all that because even Tony didn't even know I already monetized it. You know, I've got 3 sponsors on YouTube, and then on top of, well, 4th one yesterday. And then on top of it, we make over $2,000 a month on YouTube. So my income off of YouTube will replace what I used to make full time working, you know, as a marketing person. So Tony's my go-to guy. If you go on the website, you're going to see a lot of his backlink. All his stuff is on my website in regards to backlinks, whether that be for local maps, boosting a domain and all that. He's going to be talking about a lot of this when he's on here. So y'all guys give him your undivided attention. If I step out, it's because I have a freaking headache right now. That's like pound. So, but I'm going to do my best to stick around, and all right. So let's see here.
Thanks for the little intro there that, you know, I've shown people what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing everybody's asked, and I kind of tell them. I even been told Tony, I said, really don't want everybody knowing this.
Yeah, because I said, how come you don't mention I'm doing your video? Because I don't want my competitors to find out. But you know, if his competitors came to me, I wouldn't take their business because
that's what I've told him. I said, if either of these certain individuals come to you, Tony, don't ever do it. And he does it. So got a couple of questions. I'll answer them real quick and let Tony get started.
Oh, shit. Yeah, there's a chat here. I forgot.
Yeah. Hey, William, your 30-day free GME Pro bundle yet still available. It's free for 30 days. After that, you charge a 97. Also, right now, there's a 50% off coupon. If you go, just me, I mean, you can do whatever you want. 50% off coupon I put in the main group in GME Pros. If you take that coupon and go by the lifetime deal, instead of paying $14.97, you only pay like $700 something for the lifetime. You'll never have to pay the $97 a month. So one other question, Steve, can I ask this in the main Facebook group too, but in terms of having your own assets, would it be better to build links to those instead of the client? I'll let him answer that. Building backlinks to, instead of the money site, to your own assets. Okay, all right, 50, it's the code is literally 50%, 50% off. It does not apply to Tony's backlinks. Because Tony, if you go to the links, it's going to take you to Tony's website. Everything on my site, though, the courses, the ebooks, the services, the CTR manipulation, and web design, so give Tony access. You can now share your screen and give him your undivided attention. Okay, guys?
Okay, well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Straight off the bat, does anyone have any questions? Like, you've wanted to ask me a question or clarify something, and you haven't had a chance to ask. Well, now's the time to ask me something. Now, William was just showing you some proof of video ranking. Just to give you a bit of background, I started in this business in 2015. My wife is Russian. I moved to Russia, I don't know, 2011, 2012, something like that. And I started to learn about YouTube videos. And even back then, I was learning how to rank videos. And then in 2015, I started the Facebook group, video marketing group. And of course, that led to me, being on Conquer and then selling on my own website. And, I, back in 2015, started building niche relevant blog networks for the sole purpose, really, of backlinking and embedding videos. And of course, that led to GMBs, that led to links to websites. And of course, now I have the brand Linkdaddy. And I have ranking videos pretty dialed in. I'm very good at ranking videos in YouTube. Ranking videos in Google is a different ball game altogether. Because Google will block videos from ranking for terms that it feels are not relevant for a video. For example, Miami dentist, there's just no way you could get a video on page 1 for that keyword. In other words, you can't convince Google that a video is going to be more authoritative than, say, a dental website or a dentist that has a website that's been in the business for 15, 20 years or whatever. Google doesn't see that a video is relevant to that search term. And so you could go back probably 10 pages and you still won't find a video. So maybe it's possible if you threw a lot of stuff at that video, but then at the end of the day, you have to use your common sense. Well, if I spend thousands and thousands of dollars to rank that video on page 1 for this particular keyword, am I going to get the return on investment? So, I never promise ranking. I just do the work. With YouTube, sometimes a video will need more than 1 gig because of the competitive nature of the keyword. Okay, so you could order the Google Maps ranking gig. Sorry, the Google. Sorry, it's 6 in the morning here for me. You could order the YouTube ranking gig, and then you could write to me and say, "Hey, how come my video isn't ranking?" Well, I don't promise to rank. I promise to do the service, and then it just depends on the keyword and how competitive you might need to do it again, or there may be something wrong with your on page with the video. So for example, if you're talking about subject A, but now the keyword that you use in the title is subject B, well, that video is probably not going to rank. Okay, so ideally, a video would have the keyword in the title, it would have the keyword within the first sentence of the description, it would have the keyword in the as a tag, and you'd be mentioning that keyword or variations of that keyword actually in the video. And you could take it one step further where you use the closed caption. So in other words, whatever you say in the video, you then create like the subtitles, and that really tells YouTube what this video was about. So, YouTube are experts at analyzing audio because it's all about copyright. So, if you create a video and you're using someone's music, like YouTube is just all over that. Like they're actually checking your video before it even, or while it's being uploaded, they're checking to see if you've violated any copyrights. Okay.
Let me show them one more thing, Tony, because what I did, I had someone message me, but basically I was showing you that in an incognito. I now put it on a VPN in incognito in guest. So if anybody's kind of doubting, if you will, what was that one you did for? It was CTR manipulation and how to rank YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So CTR manipulation, I'm number 1, he's number 2, I'm number 3. And then I'm again down here and the rest of the guys are down there. Then you go how to rank YouTube videos.
Yeah, how to rank YouTube videos.
So this is on a VPN on incognito. So
it's definitely number 1. I have a tool that I use to check the positions,
So I'm sorry, the big quit is actually not number 2. We're above BBC News, so we're number 1.
Yeah, I was going to say something.
They're all, they're all really big terms. So that's an incognito on a VPN, just in case anybody has their doubts. So, but just had to do that for the one person that sent in a comment.
No worries. Hi, Patrick. I missed the start. Can you show again? What tool do you use to check position, Tony? Okay, so I found this just recently, actually. It's called TubeRanker, and it's actually a very good tool for YouTube because it does a channel audit, it's a keyword tool, it's a rank tracker, it's a tag extractor, hashtag generator, title generator, description generator. And yeah, so tubetracker.com is the tool. And so you can put in your keyword, the country and the URL, and then it will tell you like what is the ranking of that video. Okay, the other way, of course, is you can check manually by creating a new browser in incognito and, checking that way. But, like even when I do that, like right now I'm in South Africa, YouTube will give me the South African version of YouTube. And so, even in a incognito browser, what I see will often be different to say what someone sees in the US. So that's why there can be some variation in the position, depending on where you are in the world and which YouTube channel, you're being presented. Yeah. now let me get back to Zoom. Okay. Tube, yeah, tuberanker.com. I'll just, I don't know if I can type in here. Can I? Let me try. Tuberanker.com. There you go. So is it better to use a VPN with incognito to manually check position? Well, you can do that, Patrick. Like that's the free way to do it. But, you know, for someone like myself, where I'm doing a lot of videos, I have found that I need a tool so I can quickly check, but I do have the habit myself of actually manually going, creating an incognito browser and checking different positions, because I also have my keywords that I want to rank for, like SEO services, you know, backlinks. For me, you know, backlinks doesn't get a lot of traffic for that keyword, but that is a tough keyword to try and rank for, because you've got really, really established brands like Neil Patel, you know, Brian Dean from Backlinko. And, you know, those videos are 2-3 years old with huge amounts of views and traffic. And so it is quite hard to, you know, I'm kind of there and then I drop back down and then I'm back up again. So I'm trying to find the sweet spot, but I'm trying to rank, you know, 1-minute videos. You know, my videos are typically 1 minute or more. And I, believe it or not, I've only just discovered monetized channels. I bought a course off Chris Derringer. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And like all this time, like my channel, Linkdaddy channel, was qualified. I didn't even know. So, you know, recently I got it all monetized, got approved, and I've already earned like 700 and something bucks because of the videos that I've got ranking. But I've also discovered that the sweet spot is actually a video that's above 8 minutes, under 10 minutes. Like that is the sweet spot for a video, particularly if your channel is monetized, because then the ads can actually show up actually inside the video. So, you know, my Linkdaddy YouTube channel has over 500 videos on it. And the Nearme business directory has over 1,000. I only just got that approved 2 days ago. So I'm waiting to see, you know, what kind of monetization on that particular channel. I have over 500 videos for roofers across, you know, across 51 cities. 51 cities in the US. So I've been making review videos for roofing companies, and now I'm doing dentists, and I'll be doing like hundreds of niches. So what I'm hoping will happen is I'm using these videos as a way to approach the roofing company. You know, hey, we made a free, you know, video for you promoting your 5-star reputation. But the other idea is I'm looking at how, you know, if I've got 500 videos all about roofing, then it could be very interesting for companies to perhaps, you know, advertise across those whole 500 videos, because it's so targeted. And of course, they're geo-targeted, because I've made 10 you know, videos about roofers in Miami, or 10 roofers about, 10 videos about roofers in Austin, Texas, Dallas, and so on. So, and now I'm moving on to dentists. So, yeah, I'm actually going to focus on 8-minute videos. So even though I'm making these small review videos, I'm then going to make one 8-minute video about those 10 review videos. With Linkdaddy and the Nearme, I've been getting an article written every week. and I have my own team, my own video team, and then we convert that video into, sorry, that article into 8 videos. So normally the videos are 1 minute or so long. And so I'm changing that whole setup now where we're just going to take the article and make 1 video from it. So that the video is 8 minutes long. Then I only have to worry about ranking 1 video rather than, you know, picking out of 8, you know, which ones do I really want to rank, this type of thing. That will make my life easier because I've literally done all the video uploading myself. Like I have 18 staff, and I think 8 of those guys, mainly girls actually, are just full-time video creation. What tool I use in videos or in video? I mean, I have all the tools that you could possibly imagine. You know, I'm a buyer of tools, and I always buy all the upsells as well. And then I may not even use them, you know, but I just buy them as an investment just in case, you know. So let me grab something here.
Just admit it, Tony, you're a lifetime deal junkie, okay? You need to go into rehab. I need to follow you.
Yeah. G'day, mate. Yeah, I've always been a bit of a shopaholic, you know, when it comes to tools and stuff. But I am a little bit more selective these days. But when I buy something, typically I buy big. Yeah, anyway, so here is a link. Oh shit, that's the studio link. Hold on. I'll give you this one instead. There we go. So, so I wouldn't mind talking a little bit about the Nearme business directory. If is that okay with everybody?
Go for it, brother. Go for it.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to try and share my screen. Can everyone see my screen? And chat. How long is the article? Okay. So, yeah, so I'm going to show you right now. So here's a blog. And so, you know, I'm getting articles written all the time. And then typically the articles are about 1,000 words. Okay. But I'm actually now going to increase that to 2,000 words and make 8 videos. So, you know, like I did actually, I charged William for this. This was not a freebie. We, you know, wrote a article, or maybe he supplied, I can't remember. There was one where he supplied some content and another one where we wrote. So this was basically an article about William Jones SEO. Okay. So, and this was a video that was created. All right. I think there's a link on the page. There should be. If there's not, I'll get that fixed. But, and if I just go to YouTube, William Jones SEO. Yeah, so you can see here's the videos, Nearme business directory. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, so that's the idea. So as far as videos are concerned, I believe that's where the market is going. People, obviously for local business, GMBs are very important. Websites are very important, but I don't believe that people really read the content on websites because people's attention span is not very good. We're bombarded with advertisements. And so everyone's being hammered every day. And I believe people are more interested in watching a video than they are in reading something. So, even as an example of that, even on my own website on Linkdaddy, I've got a video here right on the home page, down the bottom of the home page, and then each service. So they come here, click, oh, sorry, there's the video right there. So each service, there's a video explaining the service. And I believe every business should be doing that, whether it be a local business or a national business. I've kind of gone a little bit off topic because I was going to show you the Nearme business directory, but I believe that videos are super important because, people are going to come to your website, and when they can watch a video about you, that's real, because you can't fake a video. Like if you're actually in the video and you're talking in the video, people can see you, they can see your background, they can see the color of your eyes, they can see whether you've combed your hair or whatever, or whether you're wearing a suit or whatever it is. But they can get a feel for who you are. And people at the end of the day buy from people that they like. It's never about the money. Okay, as long as you can show them that you can solve their problem, they will give you the money, if they like you. So videos are really good at warming people up and basically pre-selling. So that's part of the reason why you do videos, is because you can rank the videos in YouTube. The videos can also appear in, in video search. If your YouTube channel is optimized and you're making really good thumbnails, the thumbnails can appear in image search. And depending on the keyword, your video can also rank in Google SERPs. So you make this one video and it can rank in YouTube, which is one search engine. The thumbnail can rank in image search. That's another search engine. It can then rank again in YouTube search in Google. That's another search engine. And then it can rank in Google SERPs itself. So that's 4 search engines. And that's just Google. Probably the videos show up in Bing and Yahoo, but I never check. So you've got this one video asset that you've created, and now it's, ranking in all these 4 different search engines. So there's a lot of SEO value, like in the video descriptions, particularly if you're a local business. The first sentence should ask a question, looking for a good plumbing contractor in, Austin. That might be the keyword. And then you would have the phone number, okay, in the first line. And then you would have the name of the business, the address of the business, the CID address, name, address, phone number, then the CID. So you're going to link back to your GMB. Okay. And then of course you'd have some content. So, there's also a lot of SEO value in having videos. And if you're pumping out videos all the time, I think you can also, like, I'm not a GMB optimization dude. I'm a backlinker of GMBs, an embedder of GMBs. I can rank GMBs. but I don't do any work on GMBs. But my understanding is I think you can upload videos to your GMB. And, you know, the same video could also be uploaded to your Facebook business page, for example. And I've noticed that that will also rank a video, particularly in the, you know, the video search in Google. So, you know, if you are not using videos in your business, I think that's a mistake. I think if you're not doing videos, it is a mistake. Now, you know, and a classic example of someone who does videos is William. I mean, I believe that one of the reasons why he's growing so fast is because he is constantly pumping out videos, whether that be for GMB pros and he's interviewing somebody, or, you know, he's talking about the big quit, or, you know, mindset or something like that, and going after those kind of national, international keywords. His business, I believe, has taken off, and it's a lot to do with YouTube. And as you heard him say, his, you know, makes $2,000 a month just from his YouTube channel. So, you know, whatever business that you're in, you could be selling a software as a service. You know, you could be an accountant, a lawyer, a dentist, something like that. No matter what business that you're in, the reason why that you're in business is because you've identified a product or a service that is a solution to someone's problem. Okay, so, you know, when people are going to Google, they're typing in their problem, you know, teeth whitening, or roof repair, or, you know, need more business leads, whatever it is. So, you know, they've got a problem and they're looking for a solution, and they're either looking in YouTube or they're looking in Google. And, you know, you're in business to provide a solution to that problem. So, you know, that's why you're in business, because you've identified, shit, I can solve these people's problems, and that's how I'm going to make money. Well, you know, if you can solve someone's problem, well, that product that you have, or that service that you have, needs to be explained in a video, not just written on a website. You know, like if you're a roofing guy, nothing would be better than actually being on a roof, and while you're going around and doing the quote, you're actually pointing out the problems with the roof and how to identify when your roof needs replacement. You know, that would be perfect, because, you know, no one impulsively buys roof replacement. You know, it's a pretty big purchase, so they shop around. That's why they're reading reviews. That's why videos are good, because they watch videos to try and understand, because at the end of the day, they're afraid of being ripped off. They're afraid of being, you know, they're afraid of making the wrong decision. They're afraid of being humiliated by their family or their friends because they paid too much money or something like that. So they're looking for reinsurance. And that's why videos can really help. Now, you might say, oh, well, I did a video before and it didn't work. Well, typically what people do or have done is they might spend $3,000 on some B-roll and have some video production guys come around and do some videos. And they treat YouTube as a free hosting platform to host the video. And that's it. They upload the video to a YouTube channel. They don't really put any effort into the channel. They don't optimize the video. And then they wonder why videos didn't work. Well, YouTube is not just for people who want to watch, you know, gaming or funny cat videos. It's actually a marketing tool, you know. I'm just going to check the questions here because I've been talking too much. Hold on a second. How long is the article? Yeah, so what tool in videos is what I use? Yes. Please get an average 40% scroll rate on lead gens. If that, okay, Tony, what are the best ways to calculate correct anchor text ratios? Oh, that's a good question. There is no correct way, I think. I mean, everybody's got an opinion regarding this, but I'll tell you what I think is important, because I've created gigs around this. You know, naked URL is important. So naked URL is basically your domain. So if your domain is like mydomain.com, well, it's going to be natural if that comes up as anchor text, okay? Because people are going to write on their blog or on their website, hey, you need to check out this company. And then they actually put the link, which is also the anchor text. That's called naked URL anchor text. So that's natural to have that, okay? So you want to have that. You also want to have branded anchor text, because that's also natural. People are going to talk about your brand. So at least 10%, I believe, of your anchor text should be a branded anchor text. So that's like your business name, like Bob's Roofing Service. Okay, and your URL. The next thing that is important is brand plus location. So Bob's Roofing Services Miami, for example, or Bob's Roofing Services roof repair. So that would be like brand plus service, okay? A lot of mistakes that people make is they're too focused on the money keyword, okay? And so, you know, you could buy my gigs and perhaps they might not work as good as you want them to. And it's not because the gigs are bad, it's because of the way you use them, if that makes sense. You know, because people do go after the money keywords too much, right? So most of your keywords, probably a good, I don't know, at least 50% of your anchor text should be generic anchor text. So that's like, click here, go there, check this out. So I have a service that actually does exactly that for you, which is the do follow SEO backlinks. It's 95% generic anchor text. You get a minimum of 300 backlinks direct to the money URL. There's actually 4,500 backlinks, but they're tiered. So the links that are actually linking to the URL, it's about 300 to 500. And most of that, all of the blog posts, you know, the links, the blog posts will have generic anchor text on them, okay? So getting back to that question, so 10% of your anchor text should be naked URL, your brand, and then you should have like partial match, or what I call, you know, brand plus location, brand plus service. So if you're a roofing company and you service all these areas around a certain area, then you would have your brand plus that city, okay? And, you know, that's going to help with your GMB as far as your GMB proximity, because if you've got anchor text coming into your site for all of these different locations, like brand plus location, okay, typically you've already mentioned those locations on your site as well, because, you know, often a roofing company will say servicing this area, that area, blah, blah, blah. So that's why you want to have that brand plus service, brand plus location anchor text for all of the different areas that you service, okay? And then, of course, when you go to work on your GMB, you'd order the Google Maps ranking. And I have suggested a format of 10 keywords, and you'd have 10 keywords tightly focused around a location, okay? Which would be brand, you know, brand plus location, brand plus service, you know, and there can be multiple brand plus service. Why is that important? Because you want that anchor text coming into your site. You want that anchor text going to your GMB. And that's also very important as far as CTR, because that's with the Google Maps ranking. I'm also providing a CTR service. And of course, we want the map triggered. So if you're in this particular city, but you want to expand your proximity, well, the map needs to be triggered. And that's why you would want to use like brand plus location as far as a search term. So when we use our service to go to Google Maps and type in brand plus this other city that you're trying to get in, into, your map's going to get triggered, and then we're going to come and scroll around on your map and then link through to your website, scroll around on your website. And of course, I'm using 4G mobile proxies, and all of that traffic's going to show up in Google Search Console. Okay, this is real, as far as Google is concerned, real traffic. If you're using dedicated proxies, that's a big no-no, because they're all, they've all been filtered out by Google anyway. So things like packet stream, panda bots, Google's all over that. But 4G mobile proxies cannot be banned, because on one 4G proxy, there's 1,000 people using that, 1,000 mobile phones using that proxy. So Google can't ban 1,000 people at the same time. But if you're using like a dedicated proxy or something like that, that's why they throw up captures, because they've already know all of the dedicated proxies anyway. So that's why you get a lot of captures, appearing, because they're banning those particular proxies. So that's going to really have a negative impact on your CTR. Anyway, I kind of get a little bit off topic. Let me just scroll back up through the questions. Tony, how would you rank a national brand who is a sales trainer? Videos. Main focus would be videos. The website is only good really for content and reviews. Okay. So, on the website should be stuff like, we worked with Bob and now Bob's doing $2 million a year. We worked with Harry and he went from 10,000 a month to blah. So the website would be more like case studies, but videos definitely would be the way to go to rank a national brand, because, people are going to use YouTube as a search engine to look for sales training type people. So YouTube is the ideal search engine for organic search. And then if you're making videos, then you'd also be running video ads on other people's videos to help drive traffic to that brand. That would be the goal. You would also backlink the website, because, people are going to go to Google as well. And of course, with the videos, you'd also have videos on the website, like case studies, interviewing clients, testimonials. So that's why you'd also want to rank the website. So, probably with a national brand, you're going to need do follow SEO backlinks for generic anchor text. You're going to need some aggressive tier 1 for money keyword anchor text. You could also use aggressive tier 1, and instead of using money keywords, you could also use the aggressive tier 1 for branded and naked URL anchor text. And you could use the aggressive tier 1 for, brand plus service, because a national brand doesn't really have a location, but I guess the location could be a country, like sales training United States kind of thing. So, you would definitely want to use that type of anchor text. So branded plus service or brand plus location. Okay. Do you use stock video? Yep. I think, I mean, I've got different subscriptions to different things. I can't even remember all the places that I use. I don't really get involved in that. I just pay. I say, yep, go and buy it. Yep, good, implement it. And my team is, I actually had a guy just full time going and identifying really good videos in particular niches, so that it was niche relevant stock video. And then, I use those videos. We basically create our own templates. We theme them like for roofing or theme them for dentist. If someone came to me and say, hey, can you start, converting my blogs into videos? Well, we're going to create a theme. It's all going to be branded with your colors, your logo, all that kind of stuff. And you don't need to approve the content because the content's already approved. It's on your website. And then we're going to use niche relevant images and niche relevant, like stock video, to help sell that content. So, yeah. And so, a classic example of that is like William Jones SEO. We basically took, a blog post and converted that to video. You could also look for Rank Fortress digital agency. Just let me show you that. So this is another service, and these services are not advertised. I haven't advertised it yet. I've just been doing it. So, and I just quote it. So, for William, I think for this one, I charge like $1,500 or something. And so we created a listing on the Nearme business directory. And then we wrote an article about Rank Fortress. Okay. So this is different to Rank Fortress writing about themselves. So typically when someone's, registering on a business directory like Yelp or something like that, they're writing about themselves, and probably they don't put a lot of time into that content. So, where Nearme is different is we are a third person. We are a directory that's all about 5-star businesses for 5-star people. And we're now writing about this company called Rank Fortress Digital Agency. Okay. And so we talk about all the different, products and services that Rank Fortress Digital Agency has. And then we went ahead and made 8 videos or something about all of this. And of course, if you go to YouTube and you look for Rank Fortress Digital Agency, you're probably going to find, videos about Rank Fortress Digital Agency, and of course, William Jones, and the channel will be Nearme Business Directory. Okay. Now, this page is actually a listing page, and this is a do follow link. And right now, the DR for the Nearme Business Directory is 62 or 63 or something like that. So this is quite, and there's trust flow of 20 something. So this is a powerful backlink. Okay, it's niche relevant because obviously this is about the business, and then here is this do follow backlink. So this is for premium listings. So I did want to talk about this, but I kind of got a little bit sidetracked. But I'll just give you an example. Like here's a roofing one that I just did. So this is a roofing company in Australia. So we write this content, nice images, GMBs embedded. Okay. So this is a beautiful listing, right? Like logo, roofing image at the top, And then we're also pulling in their 5-star reviews from Google and Yelp. So every time they get a 5-star review, this page gets updated. Okay. So, and then of course, you know, here's their features. Here's a do follow link. Here's their hours and so on. So, you know, my goal with this, as far as the SEO community is concerned, is this is for you guys, because you can't go to Yelp and say, hey, can you create this category? Or, hey, can you do this? Or can you do that? But with me, you can, because you know, I'm into the same business that you're in, as SEO. So I can manipulate my directory because I own it. So, you know, here's the top 10, and you can see here all the different cities. So if we take Austin, here's, you know, an intro to Austin. Here's a anchor text to an authoritative site. It's like a government site. Here's a link to the Austin playlist. Okay.
One thing I'm telling other men.
Okay, so here's all the Austin videos, the top 10 videos from Austin. This is just anchor text back to the home page. So now here we're featuring you know, different businesses. And of course, these all link to internal pages on the Nearme site to their actual listing page. Then we scroll down and, you know, there's a bit more blurb about roofing, some frequently asked questions about roofing, a little bit of information about Texas. So, you know, if I go here, have a look if we're ranking here. So there you go. So there's the page on page 1, and there's also the Google site. So I also Google stack my top 10 roofing pages. Okay. So and in that particular example, the Google stack is actually outranking my listing page. But, you know, I have 2 properties on page 1 for top 10 best roofers. So I'm doing this for all cities roofing, you know, 51 of the top cities in the US. Then I'm working on dentists. Then I'm going to do, I think, lawyers. Then I'm going to do plumbers, and I'm just going to keep going. And I'm not going to do just the US. I'm going to do Australia, Canada, New Zealand, United Kingdom, Ireland, maybe Singapore. So it's a huge, huge project, you know. So, you know, I don't charge right now anybody anything for this. All the videos I make are totally free. But, you know, basically I'm going to have a full-time sales guy starting very soon. And so he's going to be approaching all of these businesses and, you know, showing them, hey, we added you to the top 10 roofers in Austin, Texas. Hey, we made a, you know, we made a video and it's all voice-overed. And, you know, we've basically screenshot their 5-star reviews from GMB, from their Google My Business, and we voice over them, right? So this is a branded video. It's like themed to their colors. So, you know, you can see their 5-star reviews. And then at the end, hold on, let me put that back.
Transcendent Roofing in Austin.
And then at the end, it's like their logo and their phone number. So, you know, I'm going to have a sales guy going to these companies and saying, hey, look, you know, we've added you to the top 10 roofing page. You know, we've created a free business listing. We've also made a video to promote your 5-star reputation. And of course, on every video, I'm promoting my own brand, which is part of the strategy, you know, is as I make 500 videos for roofers, 500 videos for dentists, 500 videos for plumbers, I'm also promoting my own brand, right? So that's part of the reason why I'm doing it, right? But then the idea is to, sell a premium listing. So where's that other premium listing that I had? So I'll give you an example. So this is a free listing. So there's no logo and there's just some content about roofing. There's no link to their website. So the idea is we go to the guy at Austin Pro Siding, we show him, we've put him on the top 10 roofing page. We show him that we've made a branded video promoting his 5-star reputation. But we show him what the problem is. And the problem is that people come to his listing page and there's no link to his website, there's no logo, there's no Google map embedded, there's no reviews. And then we say, and here's what a premium listing looks like. And so he should ask the magic question, how much is a premium listing? So, now if he wants to upgrade to a premium plus listing, so a premium listing is $600 for the year. So he needs one job to pay for that, right? And a premium plus listing is $997. And so we're going to write content, we're going to embed his GMB, we're going to pull in his reviews, we're going to create this do follow link, but then we're going to make 8 videos about his business and upload them to YouTube and rank those videos. Okay. And if he's a premium plus listing, then we can also put him at the top of the roofing page. Okay, so if you've got clients that you think would be interested in this, we can create a top 10 page for that niche, and put your client at the top of the page, create a business listing, write an article about his business, pull in his GMB, embed his GMB, pull in all the reviews, make 8 videos, and it's going to cost him $1,000 for the entire year. Okay. I mean, that is, and so he's going to get an awesome do follow backlink, but he's also going to get branded videos uploaded to YouTube and ranked. Okay, so that's for $1,000. You could probably sell him that service for $2,000 or something like that. Pay me $997, and when you go and show him, hey, we've managed to get you at the top of the the top 10, whatever it is in your city. He's going to go, wow, I'm in the top 10. So that's going to create a really nice impression. Then we're going to run CTR to his listing page, because we want to obviously help get him ranked. And so there's a lot of benefits to being in the nearme.vip directory. I'm, of course, building authority to this site. So basically, and I've got millions of backlinks coming into this site. So this site is like a buffer site. So I absorb all of the links because I'm doing massive amounts of link building to, backlink this site, build up its authority. But, when there's, a link going through, I can't remember where that other listing page is. Hold on. When there's a link going to the website, like in this example, prompt roofing, I mean, this is, a white hat, if you could call it that, powerful backlink because it's niche relevant. And we're going to power this up. We're going to build backlinks to this page. And of course, this is linking out to his website. So it's a super powerful backlink. Anyway, I better check the questions. Okay, stock video, in video. Yep, that's the one. What Tony, what caused you to choose InVideo over other service providers? What's the primary highlights in your opinion and experience? For a very small one-time fee, I could add all of my staff and create an account. And I was about to use Nearme and they sold. And with this one, I use InVideo for the video creation. I use Lovo .ai, I think it is, which is, in my opinion, the best voiceover platform. And I believe that a lot of the other voiceover platforms are actually using Lovo anyway, just under their own brand, like they've white labeled Lovo. So I've just gone directly to the source. So I use Lovo for the voiceovers, and then I use Infinite Tunes to create unique background music. Because if you use YouTube's music or someone else's music, you'll often get a copyright thing. Not that you're in trouble, but now because you've used that music, now this other person has the right to monetize your video and you don't, because you use their background music. So on all of my videos, it's my content, they're my videos, and no one has the right to come in and monetize my videos. I've got total control. So when I upload a video to my YouTube channels, I pass every test because I haven't violated any copyrights. I'm not using anyone's music, that type of thing. Wave video, I know it's available. I've not used it, so I can't have I don't have an opinion. Would you use aggressive tier 1 gig for local? Totally. You could use the aggressive tier 1 in different ways. You get up to 5 keywords. I would use it for one URL. So if it's the home page, you know, like the main URL, you could use it for money keywords. You could use it for brand plus location, brand plus service. You could use it for naked URL and branded anchor text. So you would probably order quite a few aggressive tier 1s because it's 5 keywords per order. And you would use it to build out your anchor text portfolio. And then you would use like the do follow SEO backlinks for your generic anchor text. Now, the difference between aggressive tier 1 is there's actually less links to the target URL, but there's 4 tiers because we create the tier 1 first using the 5 keywords that you've given. So it's a minimum of 150 blog posts, niche relevant blog posts with your GMB embedded if you're local and your NAP embedded. And, you know, those 5 keywords, you know, where there's one link on each blog post, it's actually linking out to your website. So if you've got 5 keywords, 150 blog posts, each keyword's being used 30 times across those blog posts. So you could use the aggressive one for, you know, branded and naked URL anchor text. Then you would use the aggressive tier 1 again for brand plus location for each of the locations. So let me explain a little bit more in detail what that means. If you've got location pages on your website, you would order an aggressive tier 1 for that location page. So the location page is like, you know, Bob's Roofing Services.com/roof replacement Austin. Well, now you've got this page optimized for Austin. So you would order an aggressive tier 1 for that inner page. That would be the URL that you would submit, like roof replacement Austin. And your anchor text would be, you know, Bob's Roofing Services, roof repair, Austin, you know, this type of thing. Okay. So, you know, you would order the aggressive tier 1 for your location pages using brand plus location, you know, you could use location plus keyword, you know, like Austin roof repair or roof repair Austin. But if you're going to use the money keywords, you'd also want to use some do follow campaigns on that inner page as well. So that inner page has the perfect mix of naked URL anchor text, you know, branded anchor text, brand plus location, brand plus service, and some money keyword anchor text. That's what you would do on a location page. So you can use the aggressive tier 1 to build out your anchor text ratios. And then you're using the do follow SEO backlinks for your, you know, for your generic anchor text. There is another service that I have, which is called local links. That's also for branded and brand plus location, brand plus service, but those links are geo-relevant. So that's where we're using a place of interest, blogs themed for a place of interest, perfectly optimized for a place of interest in that location, in that city. And then on that page, there will be, you know, please visit one of our local supporters, Bob's Roofing Services. That would be the anchor text. And then we're linking out, spinning the link of your website, you know, like, so your home page or your location page and your GMB. So there'd be 150 blog posts, all themed for that particular place of interest with that sentence, please visit one of our local supporters. So that associates your business to that location. It's geo-relevant. It's one of the best ways to get geo-relevant links, because, you know, if you're a roofing company in Austin and you go to another roofer and say, hey, Google says I need to get local links to my website, well, a local roofer is not going to link to you. So this is a way to show Google that you have you know, basically places of interest, because if you go to Austin and say things to do in Austin, they're going to show you what all the places of interest are. And then if you'd ordered local links, it's one place of interest per campaign. And so again, you can have, you know, places of interest now coming into your location pages. And, you know, and it's all geo-relevant. So I did a video on this on the website, but if you do come to my website, please go through William's link, because, you know, that's why I'm here. Like, he's created this group and he's invited me to speak. So, you know, the ethical and moral thing to do is to actually use his link to come to Linkdaddy, so he can be rewarded for all of the hard work that he does in creating these groups and doing these webinars and this type of thing. Not on the video topic, but would the domain power booster gig still be good for a website with a DR29? Site is not in top 5. Shane, it's not really going to increase the domain rating. Because there seems to be a limit as to how high the DR can go. So in other words, you know, if your DR is 29 or 30, it might jump up a little bit as far as the DR is concerned. However, when we're doing this gig, we're creating 130 links, okay? Some of those are profile links. Some of those are website, you know, web links, all high DA, like GoDaddy sites, Weebly's, MySpace, Strikingly, Google site, Blogger, this type of stuff. So if it's a profile, we're going to use your URL. So you're going to get naked anchor text, naked URL anchor text. If it's a blog, we're going to actually create content and use one of the 20 keywords that you provide as anchor text. Okay. Because, you know, once we create all of these links on the domain power booster, we're then backlinking those links. Okay. And we also send you all the logins. So the answer to your question is totally yes. You can use the domain power booster. It's not going to increase your DR metric, but you are going to get these, 100 or so referring domains coming into your site. They're powerful links. They're all do follow. We're backlinking those links with niche relevant blogs, so that relevance is coming from the blogs, flowing through the links that we created through to your website. So all that authority and relevance is passing through to your site. And then we're going to send you all the logins. So now you could log into the Weebly's and the Strikingly's and the MySpace or whatever, and you can tweak that and you can add additional pages to them and build like a little powerful kind of PBN network, if you like. So yes, definitely worth doing. Also worth doing on inner pages. If you've got an inner page, location page, service page that you're trying to boost, definitely worthwhile doing a domain power booster on one of those pages, in addition to like aggressive tier 1, variations of those campaigns, do follow links and geo-relevant campaigns. In your most gigs, you talk about ability to embed 100 images. What is the importance of those images and what should be on those images, say for domain power booster or do follow campaign? So when we're doing a domain power booster, we create all of the links. And so if it's a blog, we create the blog. So if you provide the images, then your images are going to be in the content of that blog. Okay. When we backlink all of those links that were created for the domain power booster, then your images are going to be spun into the content. So you don't have to provide images because we scrape niche relevant images, but the importance of images is that when we're creating content about roofing, well, we want images about roofing, we want a video about roofing, we want if it's a local business, we want a GMB about roofing. So on that page, we've got, the keyword in H1, H2, H3, H4 titles. We've got images about roofing, video about roofing, a GMB about roofing, a NAP about roofing with a clickable phone number. So it's all about relevance. That's the importance of images. So you can provide images if you've got the URLs, but we're going to go and grab, up to 100 images anyway about roofing for that particular campaign. Hopefully that answers your question. How long did it take you to get a 64 DR for nearme.vip? How long has your directory been around? Eric, the directory's been around for a year because I really only have one staff or two staff members working on it. And, I've been building this as I go. I didn't know anything to do with directories when I started. And so, we've made a few mistakes and we've had to redo some stuff. So, basically our process is we're using software to scrape all the roofing companies, all the dentists, all the lawyers, blah, 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 in, the different cities. Then we filter those out by getting rid of all the ones that don't have 4 and 5 star reviews. So we're only importing the ones that have 4 and 5 star reviews. Then we are seeding those listings with actual content, so that we don't just have a page that's empty, like Bob's Roofing Services of Osborne Park, and then there's nothing on the page. Google doesn't like that. At first, that's what I was doing, and then I realized that I needed to put content on the pages. So it's been an ongoing process. I've got places of interest in there. I've got hotels, I've got restaurants. We're currently now doing content for all the restaurant pages. So how long has it taken to get the DR to 64? Well, it's been an ongoing process. So I guess you could say it's taken me a year, but my focus wasn't on building the DR. right? So I could increase the DR way faster if I was only focusing on building the DR. So, you know, I'm trying to get the directory right. I came up with this top 10 pages idea. It's not an original idea. I saw it on another website. And then I thought, right, I'm going to implement this process. And I just scaled it because this other company only did it in Austin. And I thought, well, I'm going to do it for 51 cities. And of course, I'm making the videos, you know, all of those pages, you know, we've got to go to each individual website, grab their logo. You know, we fix their logo so it looks good. You know, that all takes time. So, yeah. Excuse me. Do you consider your directory as a type of citation? Totally. Yes, it is. You know, this directory is going to serve a lot of purposes. You know, it's a buffer site. It's a rank and rent site. The blog part of the directory is actually Google News approved, because before I built the directory, I actually got the domain nearme.vip. It was actually a Google News approved. I submitted it for approval and it got approved. And after it got approved, I then changed it to a directory. So the blog section is Google News approved. So that whole blog section can be used to feature a client, like to feature a roofing company or feature a dentist or feature a plastic surgeon. And they're going to have this beautiful article written about them. You could provide the article if you wanted to. And I haven't worked out the price on what that would be, but you could get an article on the nearme.vip blog, you know, featuring your customer. And it could be, you know, about their business, if it's a local business, with their GMB embedded, link back to their website. It's a powerful do follow link. It's like a guest post blog thing, type of thing. And it's going to get indexed because it's Google News approved. So, yeah. But, you know, the listings is also, it is a business directory. So it definitely has citation value, but it's also very powerful and it's do follow. Like with Yelp, you can get a free listing, but it's no follow. Unless you're paying, I think, $3,000 a year or whatever it is, then it becomes a do follow link from Yelp. What was the name of your voiceover software? The voiceover software is Lovo, Lovo.ai. What kind of CDR software you use to boost up the CDR traffic? Would you use any VPS or mobile proxies to set up the CTR software? What do you recommend? I have 16 licenses of CTR Booster. So I have 48 VPS set up with CDR Booster installed, and I'm using 4G mobile proxies. So yeah, I'm not dicking around with packet stream or panda bots, or, you know, I looked at another service that uses PandaBot. It's out security because PandaBot basically opens a back door for hackers to come into your website. And yeah, there's some, you know, problems with footprints with that. So CTR Booster is basically a software that you install on a VPS. When you buy a license, you get 3 installations. However, there is another CTR Booster software coming out by a very smart SEO guy. I've already paid for it. I should get it today. And so I'm going to be real keen on testing that out. So yeah, but there's nothing wrong with CTR Booster. I use 4G mobile proxies. I spoof the latitude and the longitude. So even though the proxies, you know, the 4G mobile proxies are US based, I spoof the latitude and the longitude for a specific location. So even if someone's in Australia or Germany or wherever they are, I'm basically looking at their location and I'm generating latitude and longitudes around that location. And so when we do the CTR, a browser gets opened up and that latitude and longitude gets put into that browser, kind of like what Firefox does. And so it basically looks like someone locally has gone to, Google, whatever the country is, typed in the branded name or the brand plus location, brand plus keyword, found the map, clicked on the map, then clicked through to the website, scroll around on the website. So yeah. Voiceover software, Lovo, yep. Will you ever consider creating a gated capture page for your directory for lead capture to sell some of the service providers on your directory? Yes, I would. I think Patrick Shannon mentioned something to me about that. I think he's working on some kind of system for that purpose. And so the idea would be that on the top roofing page, I could put like a lead capture form to, capture leads of people that are interested in getting a roofing contractor to contact them. That's kind of like the idea. So, basically the Nearme VIP website is going to be one massive rank and rent site. So rather than me create, 50 rank and rent sites for, roofing in the 51 cities in the US, I've created a directory called the nearme.vip. And my goal is to rank all of those roofing pages and generate leads, and then, maybe wholesale the sale of those leads to SEOs who then want to sell those leads to their roofing clients. Okay. So God bless William for getting us in touch with amazing pros like you. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Amen to that, brother. Will's the real deal. Yes, he is. Should we insert anything into the images we send you, such as NAP and keywords and latitude and longitude, or do you do that? No, I do not optimize images because I'm not uploading images. I'm embedding images because you're sending me the URL. So I put the image into an iframe so I can embed the images. Yes, I don't optimize the images, so I don't do any of that kind of stuff. But you could, and again, I would be using brand plus location, brand plus keyword, this type of thing, latitude, longitude, actually in the EXIF data. I don't optimize images myself. I mean, I understand that it can be done, but I personally don't do it because, clients are sending me their images. I assume they've already done it, So yeah. Tony, all blogs you create are probably subdomains with same hosted server, geo locations with limited IPs. Does these things matter? No. So they are subdomains. There's 267 blog platforms, all high DA. And there's about 100 wiki sites that I use in a campaign. Those numbers will be increasing, like more blogs and more wikis. And what I do is I create networks of niches. So for example, I've got, 70 or 80 or 100,000 blogs, all themed for roofing. The same for dentists, lawyers, thousands, of niches. I have over 40 million blogs. and growing. So whatever the niche is, I already have blogs themed in that niche. So when an order comes in, I look at, or my team looks at, well, what's the niche? And then we go and use those blogs in that category. And these are all public blogs that anybody can go and create a blog on, their own blog. So these are niche relevant links, or they're geo relevant links. Most of them are HTTPS. Some of them are still HTTP, but most of them are HTTPS. As far as IPs, I think it's mostly done through Cloudflare. So, the IP address doesn't even matter. As far as, like Google is concerned, every blog with a subdomain is a completely separate website. Okay. What do you use to create content? Jarvis or Article Forge? No, I don't use any of those tools. I use Menterprise. If you go to Google and look for Menterprise publisher.com, menterprisepublisher.com, or even if you search for menterprise.io, I am the master affiliate of that. I'm also the first user on the planet. So I spend $600 a month just on that tool for creating the content the way I create the content for my blogs, because I want, if anyone does look at my blogs, I want it to look like a blog, but we're not trying to rank blog posts, so that's why I don't worry about it so much, as far as indexing and all that sort of thing, because we're not trying to rank the blog posts, we're trying to rank the website. So basically I make sure all the blog posts get crawled. But because I'm a service provider, if you're coming to me and ordering a gig on behalf of your customer, well, then, I want it to look good, because I want you to be proud of what you're selling or reselling to your customer. And if your customer looks at it, I want him to think, oh, wow, this looks good. It looks like a blog, So some of the blogs are a bit tricky. There's some space between the paragraphs, and unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. But most of the blogs actually look pretty good. So before I create a GMB for Rank and Rent, what package of yours should I use to build the name and NAP in the citation? Before I create a GMB? Well, I don't have a citation service yet. Maybe I will bring one out, but I'd get all your citations done, and then you would order the business listing backlinks, because that gig is designed to backlink all of those citations that you got created. You could order the do follow SEO backlinks. And if you didn't have a GMB to embed, well, we would create this content with niche relevant images and videos, and you could request to have the citation embedded into that blog content, and that would give you some citation value. You could create some YouTube videos, get a YouTube citation, in addition to the citations that you've got created. Hopefully that answers the question. By the way, 64 DR is impressive to me within a year, or is even more impressive. Oh, well, thanks, Eric. I appreciate that feedback, mate. Did you set up your own VPS or third party? I have, I think it's 13 servers. So I've got a Russian VA, and so, each server has, Well, for the CTR boosters, I've got 3 servers. So there's 16 on each server because there's 48 threads. And so I'm using 4 threads per CTR booster. But as far as the other servers is concerned, I have 24 VPS on each server. We built them ourselves, you know, buying parts, buying AMD chips from China, motherboards, blah, blah, blah. And my VA actually built them. I have 4 servers at his place and 9 servers at my stepson's place. What was the name of the background music software you use? Infinite Tunes. So infinite, as you've spelt it, tunes, Tunes. Would you mind letting us know about the other CTR software, not the CTR booster? Bobby, once I've tested it, yes, I will let you know. It will be a monthly, as far as I know. I'm also in the process of building, well, basically building my own 4G mobile network at an enterprise level. Huge expense, you know, so that's going to cost me several thousands of dollars a month. But I really do want to scale a CTR service. And then, of course, if people, you know, buy CTR Booster or some other CTR service and they want to do it themselves, well, then I'll have the 4G mobile proxies available for you to buy from me. But, you know, some people want to do it themselves. And some people would rather a done-for-you service where, you know, you can concentrate on building your business and just outsource all the CTR stuff to me and my team. You know, so I'm going to be providing both things. Here's the software, here's the 4G mobile proxies. You can do that, you know, go and do it, or you can outsource it to me. The reason I ask about before GMB created is if we can get the citations first, then we can get a text verified GMB, not video or postcard. So I thought your packages can be used just like a citation. They would help, you know, their blog posts. So their blog posts on subdomains, so that they would help, but you wouldn't just use them, you'd also get the citations done. So where my blogs are going to help is the co-citation value of having the same NAP being shown, you know, on many different blogs, but also on the citation sites. So yeah, that would be helpful. How are you starting with the direct sales of the direct listing? How are you starting? Oh, okay. Eric, I haven't started. Okay. I've been investing money for many, many, many months, building all of these, you know, top 10 roofing pages, making all of these videos. It's costing me money. But the reason why I'm doing this is because when I get a sales team, or when I'm kind of trying to sell it via a webinar like today, that I have some proof of concept. You know, like if I have a sales guy, I want to provide that sales guy with tools. You know, because I don't want to have a sales guy going into a business and, hey, you want to buy some guest posts? Hey, we do SEO, but we're not going to tell you what we do because that's our secret sauce and you just need to trust us, and it's $1,000 or $2,000 a month and you can't ask any questions. You know, that's not my style. I want to go to a business because my intention is to help them. That's really what I want to do. You know, you're only as valuable as your ability to serve others. And so I want to show people, I want to show businesses, hey, you know, I'm not this company over here that sells the same leads to 10 other people. You know, I'm not into that either. That to me is immoral, you know. But you know, I want to be able to go to a business and say, hey, look, you know, we're a local business. We're a local business directory in Austin, Texas. We found you because of your 5-star reviews. We've created a free business listing, you know, because of the whole COVID thing. Are you still actually in business? Yes, we are. Is this your correct URL? Is this the correct phone number? Blah, blah, blah. Yes, it is. Great. Well, look, we've added you to our top 10 best roofers in Austin, Texas. We've, you know, created a free listing for you. We also found some of your 5-star reviews in Google, and so we, you know, we made it we made this branded video to promote your 5-star reputation. Here's what it looks like. And so I want the business to get the feeling, hey, these guys are trying to help me. In other words, hopefully the business owner can see that, you know, I've actually invested money to try and help him. He can see that I'm just not trying to sell him something, that I'm actually trying to help him. And so hopefully he'll look at this and he'll go, oh shit. So here's a free listing and here's a premium listing. Oh, I want one of those premium listings. So, you know, in my mind, if I've got 100,000 businesses that I've put on, you know, top 10 roofing pages, top 10 dentists, top 10 chiropractors, whatever it is, if I've got 100,000 businesses that I've done this for and I can close 10% of them and it's $600 a year, that's 6 million a year. And if they renew every year, that's a 6 million recurring business, you know. I have some salespeople in California that would be interested in selling this service. That's why I asked. I work with a bunch of different sales teams nationwide. Perfect. Well, I am looking for a sales team that would like to run with this, and I would pay 25% commission. Okay. Now, there isn't any other questions. It's 7:46. Which means I've been talking for 6 hours and 46 minutes. I don't know whether you want me to keep talking or how do I get back to... No, is it this one? Shit. Oh, stop sharing. There we go. Should, you know, do you have any more questions? Should I keep talking about something? Thank you for your honesty, Tony. You're welcome, Patrick. Yeah, I don't know if you got any more questions or
let's wrap it up, Tony. I've had a big day.
Gone. Okay, no worries. Hi, Tony. What is the size of the image for your blog's embed? It doesn't matter because we're iframing them. So I think the sizes are going to vary depending on the image size. So, you know, I can have a big image, I can have a small image, I can have a medium image. I'm iframing those URLs. And when I create the blog posts, if there's up to 100 images, those 100 images are going to get utilized and they're going to be randomly placed on the page. So in other words, you know, out of all of the blog posts that get created for that campaign, the blog posts are going to look completely different, unique. Take a break, Tony. Great session. Thanks, Shane. Okay, folks. Well, thanks for listening to me. Hope you got some value out of that. What you could do is actually write to me, Tony@linkdaddy.com, so that next Thursday when I come on, I can already maybe come prepared with some info based on, questions based on what's needed and wanted, like what do you want to know about? So yeah, that would help me actually, create a better presentation, because I'm kind of doing this ad lib. I'm just going, yeah, anyway.
Tony, I wanted to thank you, man. This is awesome stuff. And I think you did a great job sharing, by the way, with ad-libbing. So if you ad-lib this well, I think you're going to do great with any questions. So,
okay, cool. Well, thanks,
I was
Eric.
I was gonna ask you, like, if there's a question that you think is good to ask of yourself, knowing your background, that we maybe don't know to ask you. You get the idea, and you know yourself and you know your background.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. One of the things that I'm going to be doing, because I had this realization, one of the things that I'm going to be doing is creating a frequently asked questions page, like on the Linkdaddy site and also on the Nearme business directory. So on the Linkdaddy site, it's more going to be about like SEO, about my gigs, that type of thing. But on the Nearme business directory, I want to have, basically, I'm going to create like a Quora on the business directory. So if someone comes to the Nearme business directory and they've got a question like, how do I know if I've got a hole in my roof, or how do I do email marketing, or whatever it is, I want to have like a whole section totally dedicated to frequently asked questions on all sorts of topics. So similar to the top 10, roofing or whatever, it's going to be, maybe the top 10 frequently asked questions for this, or top 10 questions for that. So, but as far as, these weekly webinars, I'll try and think of some questions that people should ask that they haven't asked yet, and then basically answer those questions.
Great.
Okay,
that's
cool.
Fantastic. So are you on every Thursday, or do you vary your days?
Well, Williams got me scheduled for every Thursday for 12 o'clock Filipino time, which is like 6 a.m. my time in South Africa. So we were doing it 2 weeks ago at a different time, but that meant I had to get up at or stay up till 3 a.m. And so it's better if I, go to sleep and get up at, 5:30 or whatever, to be able to do this call at 6 a.m. my time. So, yeah.
That's a wonderful. Thank you so much, Tony.
Oh, you're welcome, mate. Are your city directory subdomains run on their own WordPress instances, or are you using WordPress multi-user? Gary, that is a good question. I'm using my blog network. So I've got the 260 domains and the wikis. And then when I create the blogs for the place of interest, so let's say I'm just going to make up a place. So let's say it's like the Austin Aquarium. I don't know if there is an aquarium in Austin, but let's say there's an Austin Aquarium and you're a roofing company in Austin. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create 150 blog posts that are completely optimized for the Austin Aquarium. So basically, out of those 150 blog posts, probably half of those are going to have the keyword Austin Aquarium in the subdomain, and then the other half are going to be, random people's names with numbers. There'll be 150 blog posts. Austin Aquarium will be in all the titles, Austin Aquarium images, Austin Aquarium videos. Austin Aquarium will be the alt tag for all of the images and the videos. The Austin Aquarium GMB will be embedded. and those pages will get created. And then on that page, at the bottom of that page will be, please visit one of our local supporters, garysroofingservices.com, or Gary's Roofing Services branded anchor text, which then, links out to your GMB, your homepage URL, or your location page on your website for that location. And so that's a geo-relevant backlink. And then what we then do is we then backlink those pages about Austin Aquarium, where I use a keyword tool. I put in Austin, Texas, so I get all of these long tail keywords with Austin, Texas. And now we create another campaign using maybe 30 or 50 of those keywords or more. So we end up with all of these different pages, Austin pizzas, Austin weather, Austin casino, Austin this, Austin that. And then on those pages, it's like tier 4, linking down to tier 3, linking down to tier 2. So all of those pages, something about Austin, Texas, your GMB and your NAP would be embedded on those pages. So the relevance, the geo relevance is, here's a roofing company in Austin, Texas, and that GMB is embedded on a page about Austin weather, or Austin casino, or Austin, whatever the, football team is, whatever it is. And so you've got tier 4 linking down to tier 3, linking down to tier 2. Your GMB, or the client's GMB, is going to be embedded on those 3 tiers. And then that tier 2 is then going to link to that tier 1, which is about the Austin Aquarium. The client's GMB or your GMB is not going to be on that. The GMB on those is going to be the Austin Aquarium's GMB, because we want these perfectly optimized pages for the Austin Aquarium. And of course, then on those tier 1 at the bottom is going to be, please visit one of our local supporters, Gary's Roofing Services. So it kind of, in a way, looks like Austin Aquarium have created this blog post and then recommended your business, or, Bob, who's got this blog, who on his blog has written about the Austin Aquarium, has also mentioned one of your businesses, and it appears like you're a supporter of the Austin Aquarium. So, and that's all. When we do that on the Austin Aquarium, that's its own category. So if someone wanted, someone else in Austin came to me who was, say, a chiropractor, and he wanted local links, well, we may use those Austin Aquarium, blogs again. But generally I just create new blogs for whatever the place of interest is. And then we're backlinking those places of interest, those blogs. So there's actually 4 tiers. Hopefully that answers your question and gives you a little bit more understanding. Please, guys, save your questions for next week. Time for bed. Thanks, Graham. Good on you, mate. Sweet dreams. Thanks for staying up. Okay, everybody, I'm now going to have breakfast. So have a great day, have a great morning, have a great afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And look forward to seeing you next week on Thursday. Cheers, guys.